What's going on, guys? Kivox and Meekachii here, and we're doing a book haul, baby. This is the last book haul of the year of 2021. It's like the second one we've done, maybe.
Yeah.
Did we do one?
Yeah,
we did. Okay.
I think we've done two.
You think we've done two?
Maybe.
They kind of all blend together because they take so long to record, so long to accumulate, like 60 books. I don't even know how many we got today.
I think it's a little less
like
than usual.
40?
Maybe.
Oh, thank goodness. Hopefully it's only like 40. That would be nice.
We got to finish this in time though, because we're going to the movies. So.
Cool. So are we starting off with that pile?
Yeah. First things first. I just wanted to show this off. I got my always fully booked planner in the mail. I wanted to get a book planner this year. I didn't get one last year, and I kind of regretted it, even though Kivox hates me buying these because he says I never use them, but I use them. And
we've proven this on a video before, and we've shown off. And you're like, look, I started in July, and I ended in December. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You did 2 months. And then after that, you like wrote one thing in each month.
This little Inklings Designs one is like my favorite book planner that I've found. I will say that this coil is a little large this year for my liking.
Did you get it last year too?
No, but she like increased the size of it this year, I guess because people requested it, but I didn't have a problem with the smaller coil. I don't know. It seems a little big, but I guess we'll find out through the year how it is. But that's the first thing I got. I have these books not in any particular order. So some of these are Book Outlet books. I did get this on Book Outlet, These Violent Delights. Book Outlet has been doing a lot of sales lately and a lot of like random weird sales. And I try to take advantage of them when I see them. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what this book is about. It says, oh no.
Oh no, 17-year-old?
No.
Oh no.
It says The Secret History meets Lie With Me. I effing hated The Secret History. When Paul enters university in the early 1970s, that's also my like least favorite decade.
Who has a least favorite decade?
Me.
Is that a thing? Oh, that's my least favorite decade out of all the decades.
I just don't like it aesthetically. It's my least favorite.
Like in movies and stuff.
Yeah, it's with the hope of moving past the recent death of his father. Sensitive, insecure, and incomprehensible to his grieving family, Paul feels isolated and alone. When he meets the worldly Julian in his freshman ethics class, Paul is immediately drawn to his classmates' effortless charm. Blah, blah, blah. Friendship spirals into an all-consuming... Oh, yeah, I think, like, he gets, like, obsessed with somebody, and it becomes, like, crazy in his downfall or whatever. Let me know if you've read this. I would like to know your thoughts. I got it for really cheap on Book Outlet, so that's why I decided to pick it up, because people were talking about it on there. This was also, I think, the same order for Book Outlet. This sounded cute and fun. Vampires never get old. Haha, get it.
What? No.
So vampires don't age and they never get old.
Like in stories and stuff. Okay, got it.
Tales with fresh bite. So this is like a bunch of small stories about vampires.
No, I hate books like that.
I don't.
I just like, I like investing in a saga. You know, like a trilogy. Like I want to be told a story. I don't want to be, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of short stories. That's the thing.
You'll find stories about lurking vampires of social media, the rebellious vampires hungry for more than just blood, and eager vampires going for their first kill. I don't know.
So that's why I tend to go toward like TV shows, like good TV shows that tell a good story, because it's like, you know.
Not sitcoms, basically.
No. I'm saying not movies.
Oh, I see.
Right? Because like movies, it's like
a small little piece.
Yeah, but also sitcoms, it is kind of that same thing too, where it's like they tell one little story each episode, and there's
kind
really,
of like an overarching
but
thing.
not really. But the cover looks cool. I like the vampire teeth. That's right. I said teeth. Teeth.
Skeleton head, skull.
You know, the top part of the skeleton.
Woo.
Where the brain goes.
Book Outlet order. I eventually want to
20% off at Target?
Yeah, I tried to take the sticker off and failed, so I need to like blow dry it. But
I have a heat gun.
I want to eventually make my way through Stephen King's books. I have an order that I have an order that I want to go through. But when I find them on Book Outlet for a few dollars, I have to pick them up. Does anyone else, I know some people I talk to have noticed that Book Outlet has gotten more expensive Like,
that's what happens.
Significantly more expensive.
It's our bad economy or something.
It really is. Like, books are supposedly more expensive to print because paper is in short supply.
Yeah, because of the trees.
No, because of like the shipping containers like being held captive.
Why don't they just make paper here in America? Why do they have to make paper everywhere else? That's the problem right there.
Iron Widow. This is my.
Are you reading that right now?
Yeah, I kind of stopped just to read the.
It's a buddy group read.
Well, they already finished. I'm late in the game. I'm almost done with it. I need to finish it at some point this month, maybe next month, because I'm already behind on this month's books. But anywho, I'm not loving it. It's basically this girl who, I don't know how to describe this.
She has a cool outfit.
No.
Because that outfit is dope.
Basically, in her world, like, there's a big war going on.
Okay,
and
classic.
Men are in mech suits, and they have to basically use women's bodies and, like, sacrifice them in order to, like, run these mech suits and, like, transform them. It could be really cool, and I think it would be a really awesome, like, anime, but it gets way too, like...
Political?
Sort of political, but just kind of, like... men suck and females are the best, and like I'm just kind of sick of that at this point, but we'll see how it ends. It's okay so far. I'm not loving it. Harper sent me the next R.A. Salvatore book because they're awesome.
That's a Drizizzi's.
Drizzit. It's a Drizzit. I'm not anywhere close to being ready to read this book, but I really appreciate it whenever they offer to send me one and show it off to you guys because I love R.A. Salvatore, I love Drizzt, and eventually I want to make my way through these books.
Making my way.
Well, I mean, I've read like 10 of them originally, and I'm rereading them right now, and I'm only on book like 5.
Fun fact, D&D new lore states that dark elves are no longer inherently evil.
What?
Listen, wait, let me get to it.
Please.
They're going away from that whole like this creature is evil, this creature is good. It's obviously there are always variants of everything.
I get it.
Wait, let me explain. So their whole thing is that the people from Menzo Berenzon are like kind of like cultists, not cultists, but like kind of like a tribe of.
Well, they are.
Of the what are they called? Drow. The Drow race. But there are plenty of other Drow out there that are not evil.
There are, yes.
But that's what I'm saying. There are other clans of Drow that aren't evil.
Families. And...
Yes, but and that's their whole thing. So Drow are not naturally evil unless they're from there. Is the whole thing. Look at Drizzt. Look at Drizzt.
I can actually see that because like not everyone in Menzo Berenzon is evil, and like Drizzt has certain people that he latches onto, and he
D&D lately has been like opening up rules a lot more. Like the old editions of D&D were a lot more like if you play this race, these are the definite things that have to happen and blah blah blah. Now it's more like. Yeah, you could play a good Drow. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, you just mix up the rules a little bit. Like pick your own rules.
Changed the rules.
Drizzt did 30 years ago. I don't think so because I think it was still like 4th edition or 3rd edition, wasn't it? When his books came out. Your cat is the worst. She can't climb up there. She's gonna ruin your apron that you're wearing or whatever.
You might dress alone.
Wait, hold on. It's like a cloak, but like without the hood.
It's like a Jedi robe.
Yeah, it's a robe. That's what it is. Your robe.
I know these books. Like no one talks about these books anymore, but I really liked the first one, especially. The second one was pretty good. And this is like the youngest brother in the Montague family. It's a Gentleman's Guide to Scandal and Shipwrecks. I find these books like just super fun and like entertaining. They kind of had like a supernatural element to them in the first book. Shush.
Do you want me to carry her?
Go see Daddy. Go see Daddy. You don't like Daddy though. I find these books super fun and entertaining. This is the 3rd one in a series. There's not much else to talk about. Yeah. All right, book of the month. So this was a book of the month pick, The Collective, and this is the one I chose that month.
Is it about witches?
No.
Is it about...
No killer goes unpunished. That sounds very wicked. No good deed goes unpunished.
No.
I haven't been showing any nakeds.
Oh my lordy.
Oh lordy. We'll
All
have to go
right.
back. Camille Gardner is a grieving and angry mother who 5 years after her daughter's death is still obsessed with the privileged young man she believes to be responsible. I mean, that's kind of normal, right? When her rash actions draw the attention of a secret group of women, the Collective, Camille is drawn into a dark web where these mothers share their wildly different stories of loss as well as their desires for justice. It just sounds like Roar.
The book?
Angry.
The Roar the book?
Roar.
Because that book is not very good.
Terrible. So this one is black and red. This one is, oh, that's kind of cool, the side.
This is the Dritz one. Kind of boring. Oh. This one has a thing. You never showed that off even.
Yeah, I did.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You talked about it though?
I sent it to my Lumicra.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it has an alt cover too.
I didn't even know that.
Here, show
Wait,
that.
What color is this? Oh, I thought this was purple. It's just... Oh, look! That's actually really cool. I've never opened this. You've been living a dream for long enough. Welcome to your nightmare.
All right. This is terrible with the cat. This is my worst nightmare. I need to put this back. How are we going to put it?
Let me see it. I didn't even see it. Yeah, it's all right.
This one's all white.
I like the pink.
No
like
print on it.
Splash of pink.
It's red.
It's pink.
It's red.
Okay, that is red.
Blind. You blind bat. Did you know that bats aren't actually blind?
Some of them are, I think.
No,
right?
I don't think so.
Husband, get your butt off.
Only Pokemon bats are blind.
Stop.
Another white one.
With red?
With maroon? No, like a burgundy.
Let me see.
Crimson.
Yeah, burgundy.
A dark red. I can't speak.
The Night She Escaped. A thriller book.
What just happened?
I was trying to listen to it crack. It's a beautiful summer night in a charming English suburb when Tallulah and Zach head out to a bar for the first time since the birth of their infant son. Just 19 years old, they've been looking forward to this night and a break from bottles and diapers. A party at a massive country estate of a new college friend seems like the perfect way to unwind. Blah, blah, blah. So something happens that night. The mother manages to contact her daughter's friends. They dodge all of our questions. Even Zach's mom doesn't seem too concerned. So what do? They disappear?
I don't know, but there's a wedding band.
There is?
In the water.
It's an engagement ring.
It's an engagement ring. It's an engagement ring.
I was sent this randomly. I didn't ask for it, but it's like one of those probably cute romances. The Lucky Escape.
There's no such thing as a cute romance.
A heartfelt, laugh out loud romantic comedy.
Oh,
we shall see.
It's a lol comedy.
Full of effortless banter. I do like some banter. Sizzling sexual tension. I do like sexual tension.
Ew.
And above all, an overwhelming sense of hopelessness. Now, I don't like that.
You're so gross.
One canceled wedding, one unexpected encounter, and one spare ticket for the honeymoon. Okay, book. I'll give it a shot. I don't really like summery books, though, so this cover just makes me like...
Yeah. Winter books. Way better.
They are, or fall. I have a really cool fall book here somewhere.
All I know is that this cat is drooling real hard on me.
I love you so much. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's like drool and a half. When you pet her, she drools so much.
You're so gross.
Then, for all of my... anyone that's been on our Patreon and watched our D&D games, I have a coward. I have a character that hates to be called a coward, and she doesn't like cowards. So when I found out there was a book called The Coward, I had to request it. They sent it to me.
I said it twice. I thought it was funny.
She's not the coward. Who will slay the evil in the frozen north, saving all from death and destruction? Kel Cressia is a legend, a celebrity, and a hero. Aged just 17. Oh, jeez. He set out on an epic quest with a band of wizened fighters to slay the Ice Lich and save the world. He returned victorious but alone. 10 years have passed and Kel lives a quiet life while stories of his heroism are told in taverns across the land. But now a new terror has arisen in the north. Something has taken up residence in the Lich's abandoned castle, beyond the frozen circle, and the ice is beginning to creep out once more. For the second time, Kel is called upon to take his famous sword Slayer and battle the forces of darkness.
But guess what? He didn't do anything last time because he's a coward.
No, it says he was just lucky. But yeah, I don't know. It sounds kind of cool, like an epic adventure.
It doesn't sound bad, for sure.
You'll read it with me?
Probably not.
So I can't believe that I never owned this book.
The Martian.
So when I found out that Book of the Month had it,
it's a beautiful cover.
I wanted to get it. I wanted to own a copy.
I'm glad they didn't put what's his face on it.
Oh, yeah, Matt Damon.
Yeah, the actor. Because I don't like when they do that for books. It's just like, it's not even the book.
I like the black and white.
It's not even the book about
I mean, this
him,
one,
really.
Oh no, it doesn't have the date on it. It must be like a...
Ew, you ruined the cover. You already ruined the cover.
Nah, it's fine. So anyway, it's a really good book. If you haven't read it, I personally like the other book better. What is it?
Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, but this one is still really, really good.
Honestly, Project Hail Mary is possibly one of my favorite books of all year.
I don't know if I hauled this, so I apologize if I did. The Spell Key trilogy. It's like a really old, it seems like fairy fantasy. I got it used on Amazon. Someone was selling it, and I heard someone talk about it randomly, and they don't sell them anymore. They don't sell ebooks anymore. They don't sell any version of this book anymore.
But guess what? You never read it. You bought it.
Oh, shush.
But decided to not read it because somebody said that it may be cool. So you did this thing, and I guarantee you're probably going to unhaul that book before you read it.
No, I won't.
Okay.
So it says, the heart of the story is a journey made by two outcasts. Caitlin, a wild child accused of witchcraft and sentenced to exile in the Abbey of the Ninth Style, and the Badger, a disappointing ward of the Abbot of Third Moon Sea.
Dude, those old books, though, like, they just...
He's been ordered to escort her. They travel through the 13 kingdoms, pursued and observed by a mysterious man with red hair who seems to defeat them at every turn.
Like, look, I don't want a book that I need to, I need to, what's the word I'm looking for?
Study
or, try to decipher what they're trying to say. And that's what a lot of these old books are.
Yeah, but I don't think this is like that.
Just tell me what happens. I'm a simple guy. I just want to know what happens. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be all complex,
This doesn't seem like it's written like that at all. So it's supposed to be like an old style YA, so it wasn't as YA as YA books are now. If you know what I mean.
So take Neo talking to the architect. Legit, I had to look that up.
Yeah,
I love those movies, but it's like when I originally watched that in theaters, I had no idea what. First of all, I was in my teens, my mid-teens, so I was an idiot. So therefore, when I watched it back in the day, I was just like, I think I know what's happening, but I didn't. Until I recently rewatched it with you, I didn't really know what the hell was happening.
Apparently, this is a classic. If you guys read it, let me know what you think. I'm excited to read it. It seems neat.
Seems flowery to me.
Nah, it's not written like that. This next book, I've heard some pretty good things about. It's called XX, and it's kind of put together. Ooh, it makes noise. It's basically First Contact with Aliens, from what I understand, but it's in a mixed media format.
Wow.
It has what do they call it? Binary.
Good job, dude. It has binary printed on here, but you can't see it because the book is too far away. You need to hold it real up close, and you can kind of see it. Yeah, get that light shining on it. Woo. Just like that, yeah.
So anyway, it's written in a mixed media format, and like I said, it's about First Contact with Aliens. That's all I know. I really don't want to know much else. This book is massive, though, and I found out after the fact that there's no audiobook, so that sucks.
Ooh.
I wish they would make an audiobook out of it. It's 970 pages.
That's a good amount of pages.
Oh my God. I've been looking for books with unique formatting.
Why?
I don't know. It just seems fun and cool. So I had some gift cards. So I bought that with the gift card. I also bought this, Bats of the Republic. This is also supposed to be a cool formatting. or a unique way of storytelling. That's kind of like what I've been looking for lately. This is a really cool cover. Yeah, so it has kind of some mixed media stuff in it, some pictures and things. It says in 1843, a fragile naturalist, Zadok Thomas, must leave his beloved Ellsworth in Chicago to deliver a secret letter to General Irion, an infamous commander camped 1,000 miles away on the front lines of the war over Texas. Zadok travels through increasingly exotic territory under the protection of Mayor McMarrow, a charismatic but dangerous mercenary with his own agenda. 300 years later, the world has collapsed and the remnants of humanity clustered in walled city-states survive in strange paranoia. Zeke Thomas has inherited an old sealed envelope from his grandfather, an esteemed senator. When that letter goes missing, he finds himself caught between government, I don't know. So as their stories intertwine, history itself begins to unravel. I feel like you are trying to like figure out the history of what happened along with the character in this book, something along those lines, through like his research and what he's found. It just seemed neat. Then I got Rabbits. Apparently this is based off of like a podcast. I hear it's pretty like interesting in the way it's told.
So it's like based on a real podcast? Or it's about a podcast? Oops. Like a fictional podcast?
I think there was a podcast in real life, but it was like a fake story. You know what I mean? Like they were telling a story and like it was kind of just like on a podcast type format. It's an average workday. You've been wrapped up in a task and you check the clock when you come up for air, 4:44 p.m. You check your email. 44 unread messages have built up. With a shock, you realize the date is April 4th, 4/4, and when you get in your car to drive home, your odometer reads 44444. Coincidence, or have you just seen the edge of the rabbit hole? Rabbits is a mysterious alternate reality game so vast it uses the entire world as its canvas. Since the game started in 1959, 10 iterations have appeared and 9 winners have been declared. The identities of these winners are unknown. I remember I wanted to read this because it reminded me of like Squid Games or like something like that, like or Alice in Borderlands type deal. They have an audiobook if it sounds interesting to you.
It does sound pretty interesting. Oh no. What is that?
So there's a little story behind this.
Oh, this is that. I remember
Grady
this one.
Hendrix, he collects like old books. He's written a book about old books. I actually have it here somewhere. But around Halloween, he showed off this like romance novel called Halloween Night, like knight in shining armor. And it just looks so ridiculous and fun and cute. And I wanted it so bad because it's Halloween and it's a romance.
Is it Halloween?
And an old, probably silly romance.
Oh, it's literally called Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween Night. Damsel in distress, Sir Mark Hayward has sworn never again to cross paths with Belle Cavendish. For though she was the daughter of his liege lord, the young she-devil has been the plague of his boyhood. I love it so much. I want to read it. So yeah, I got this for like a couple dollars on Amazon used because again, it's like a really old book. Harlequin romance. Every year, if you're a patron, you have access to our Discord, and we do a Secret Santa type thing every year. And this year, my Secret Santa, I could probably say it at this point because I think everyone has received their gifts, but my Secret Santa was T. So T got me the Ninth Reign. I've been seeing this all over BookTube lately. Everyone's been talking about it. I think it pretty much started with Elle. She's the one that really started talking about this book first, I believe. I can't find this book in an English audiobook though. Can someone please help me? Like I know it exists, but Audible doesn't have it. So I want to, I have a hard time physically reading books nowadays without having the audio too. I just get very distracted. So if you know where to find this, please let me know. It says the city of Ibora once glittered with gold. Now its streets are stalked by wolves. Tormalin the Oathless has no taste for waiting to die while the realm of his ancestors falls to pieces. Talk about a guilt trip. When eccentric explorer Lady Vincenza Vintage de Grazan offers him employment, he sees a way out. Even when they're joined by a fugitive witch with a tendency to set things on fire, the prospect of facing down monsters and retrieving artifacts is preferable to the abomination left behind. But everyone is willing to let the empire not everyone is willing to let the empire collapse, and the adventurers are soon drawn into a tangled conspiracy of magic and war. There's 3 of them. I know that. And I know it was originally in a different language, so it's hard to find the English versions. And then T also got me Cruella, the manga. I think, Viz Media makes this. So I really liked Cruella. I thought it was a really good movie. I think we both liked it, right?
Yeah. I don't think it was a really good movie.
I liked it.
I think it was fine.
I think this is based on
It was better than Lion
story.
King, the live action. It's still animated, but photorealistic. Better than that. I like Cruella better, but that's just because Cruella is cool. Not Cruella.
Emma Stone.
No. I meant to say Maleficent better. But that's just because Maleficent's like cooler and magic. You know, like magic is always I always like fantasy better. But I think Emma Stone did a really good job with it in that movie.
I like how her hair is burgundy and black and white. Then I got Ronin, Star Wars. I love, anything Japanese lore, and Star Wars and Ronin sounded awesome. We apparently watched, what is it? What was it called?
What are these called?
I don't remember.
Right there.
Visions. The Visions cartoon. And I don't remember it at all, so that can't be a good thing. But, oops.
I wonder, when that takes place compared to this.
A mysterious former Sith wanders the galaxy in this stunning Star Wars tale, an original novel inspired by the world of the duel from Star Wars Visions animated anthology.
Okay, so maybe that's the beginning of the story,
The
and then
Jedi are the most loyal servants of the Empire. 2 decades ago, Jedi clans clashed in service to feuding lords. Sickened by this endless cycle, a sect of Jedi rebelled, seeking to control their own destiny and claim power. They called themselves the Sith. This is old tale, but
I don't think so.
horror book, Summer of Night. This is a really shiny
It's called
book.
Horror Book?
No, it's called Summer of Night, but it is a horror book.
Who says that?
Horror
Horror
book.
book.
I hear it's scary. I'm always looking to be scared. I'm never scared when I read, so tell me, I don't like gory scary, because that's not scary to me, but I want, ghost, haunting, creepy, stuff like that. I can never find any of that in books, but I hear this book is good. This is the author of Hyperion. I haven't read it yet. I have it, but I hear really good things about this one. It's the summer of 1960 in a small town of Elm Haven, Illinois. 5 12-year-old boys are forging the powerful bonds that a lifetime of change will not break. From sunset bike rides to shaded hiding places in the woods, the boys' days are marked by secrets of silences. What happens? When a long silent bell peals in the middle of the night, the townsfolk know it marks the end of their carefree days. From the depths of the old central school, a hulking fortress tinged with the mahogany scent of coffins, an invisible evil is rising. Strange and horrifying events begin to overtake everyday life, spreading terror through the once peaceful town. I can't tell if this could be a creature story or a ghost type story or a vampire type story. Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Me?
Anyone. Then we got both copies of Cytonic. We always get the UK and US editions of these books because I love both. And I really so I read the first short story you're supposed to read before this, and I really liked it, surprisingly. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. I still have the second short story to read, and then this. You didn't read the short story yet, right? It's pretty good. Let's look at the Nike.
But remember, you didn't like the second book as much as you liked the first book.
True, but I liked that story, the short story.
Okay.
I
think you
show
did
it off.
Oh, was I supposed to do that?
Yeah, I said show the Nike.
Oh.
This has a emblem.
This does not, but it does have end paper. It's pretty cool. I think you didn't like it, the second one, as much because you were expecting something different.
Yeah, I was
you were
expecting
I don't
something way
like
different.
the way they went with the story, and I was just like, I do. I wasn't expecting that. It was definitely unexpected.
I have found since that I'm not the only one that feels that way.
Well, you guys are wrong, so it's not a big deal.
No.
Then
Make my way.
We need to move this then somewhere else. Making my way.
Okay, then I got an arc of this book, but it is out now.
The Keeper
of Night. Kylie Lee Baker.
Are they like a samurai or something?
So it says, half Reaper, half Shinigami soul collector seeks her destiny in the haunting must-read fantasy set in 1890s Japan. Half British Reaper, half Japanese Shinigami, Ren Scarborough has been collecting souls in the London streets for centuries. Expecting to obey the harsh hierarchy of the Reapers who despise her, Ren conceals her emotions and avoids her tormentors as best she can. When her failure to control her growing Shinigami powers drive Ren out of London, she flees to Japan. Accompanied by her younger brother, the only being left on Earth to care for her, Ren seeks out the goddess of death to join her ranks. I just love Japanese fantasy. So, I'm excited for it. I don't know what this book was about. It was literally like $2 on Book Outlet. Those words are really big. But In the Shadow of Blackbirds. If you've read it, let me know. I've had other books by this author. I don't remember what they are.
I'm never a fan of like live action photos
in books
because like I feel like it's just stock art that they're taking and making it into this. Usually it's not like an original piece made for the cover. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. In the middle of the 1918 influenza epidemic, Mary Shelley Black arrives in San Diego where she hopes to be reunited with her childhood best friend and first love, Stephen Embers. Stephen went abroad to fight in World War I, and his brother is now profiting from the grief-stricken citizens by claiming to commune with the dead through spirit photography, a practice that scientific-minded Mary Shelley believes is fraud. But the connection to the other side may be more real than she thinks possible. It sounded like a ghost story. What is wrong with me?
This book is contaminating you.
It's taking me over. This is a book that I found in my basement, and I've had for years and years and years, so it's not a true haul. Brave Story. I had this video game a long time ago, and I really liked the video game, so I wanted to get the book it was based off of. I think it's basically just an adventure story. Ooh, that sound. Clearly, I've never read
opened this.
Young Wataru flees his messed up life to navigate the magical world of Vision, a land filled with creatures, both fierce and friendly. His ultimate destination is the Tower of Destiny, where a goddess of fate awaits. Only when he's finished his journey and collected the elusive gemstones will he possess the demon's bane, the key that will grant him his most heartfelt wish, the wish to bring his family back together again. It's like an adventure story.
It's like a journey.
And I've literally had this book for a long time.
It's like a journey maybe to like the West or something.
I don't know. It's originally Japanese. The author's Japanese. It was originally written in Japanese.
So it literally is Journey to the West.
I don't know. Maybe.
Because like it's like he's gonna meet a bunch of friends. He's gonna meet Chaozu and or wait, hold on, Bulma, and maybe like a pig man. Is there a pig man?
I don't know.
That he meets. And then he's got to collect the 7 Dragon Balls.
It doesn't say like
and then he has to
it.
grant his the thing is going to grant a wish for him.
I don't remember that being in the video game.
I mean, it's classic video game things. You got to collect the MacGuffins so that you can beat the game, and then after you collect all the pieces of the Triforce, you got to realize, oh no, I got to get these spheres too. I got to go gather these spheres because I didn't realize I wasn't going to be able to open the door without the spheres. Oh no, I also need this magical sword and shield. Possibly some light arrows so that I could reflect the light off the shield because it's a mirror shield.
Okay. The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I hear this is one of this author's best books. I didn't overly love the last book I read by them, but we'll see. I hear this one's better. Got it at Book of the Month. Two truths and a lie. The girls played it all the time in their cabin at Camp Nightingale. Vivian, Natalie, Allison, and the first-time camper Emma Davis, the youngest of the group. But the games ended the night Emma sleepily watched the others sneak out of the cabin into the darkness. The last she or anyone saw of them was Vivian closing the cabin door behind her, hushing Emma with a finger pressed to her lips. Now a rising star in the New York art scene, Emma turns her past into paintings. Blah, blah, blah. So what happened to those girls? Oh, they all disappeared? I think they did. Anyway.
Wow, this book is surprising.
Whoa, they all disappeared. I'm surprised I haven't even read it yet. Then we got Kivox's favorite book of the year.
Nope, it's not. It's not my favorite. That's a lie. It's not my least favorite.
You read it.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
I love this
I love how
edition.
much money we spent on these stupid...
2 books. 2.
And they weren't good. Neither
worse.
of them were good because they're the same goddamn book.
I like this edition. Everyone's seen this probably by now, but this is the Illumicrate edition.
He tried to kill me last time. I talked about him. Jay Kristoff tried to kill me. Through the screen, he tried. I almost choked to death. I have to, because like, look. It's killing me. I'm going to change it. Don't worry, Jay Kristoff.
This one's boring in comparison. It's literally just black and red.
And that cover's like cheesy.
Everyone.
Can I see something? I just want to know, like, who is this supposed to be? Oh, that's the lion boy.
Gabriel.
Gabriel? I thought his name was Lion Leo or something. Lionheart.
This must be Gabriel.
Gabriel is his name?
De Leon.
Oh, of Lion. Got it. Gabriel of Lion.
So yeah, everyone knows this book by now. I don't have to tell you the synopsis.
Yeah, it sucks. That's the synopsis.
He makes it seem like he hated it so much.
They should just write on the back, F you, don't read this. It's trash. It's boring. Characters are boring.
But you gave it like a 3.
Yeah, boring. I would never read it again. I will never reread a 3. I will only reread 5s and ups. Okay?
4 and ups?
No,
maybe?
5s and ups. I would only reread a 4 if there's a 5 in the series. Okay, there are a few rules. And now if there's a star in that series, maybe I'll go down as far as a 3. But I guarantee you, that the first book, the hook, the one that's supposed to be like, like in a song where like it starts off and you're like, okay, yeah,
The hook?
That's the hook.
I thought you said the Hulk.
No. Why the hell would I say the Hulk?
Rewind.
Why would I say the Hulk?
I swore that's what you said.
The hook. But if you thought I said the Hulk,
I was
why
listening.
didn't you question it?
Like, wait, where is the story going?
You were just like, the Hulk.
I'm going to keep listening and see if it makes sense.
Yeah. All right. We're going to go with the next crappy one, just this one right here that you got in front of you. Not this one, but the other one. Okay, not yet. Meek, there's a big pile of books to your right.
Book outlet strikes again. Agnes at the End of the World. I've heard some things about this book. Got it for cheap, so why not? On Judgment Day, we shall shelter in the underground temple with food enough for 400 days. Agnes loves her Red Creek home, its quiet, sunny mornings, its dusty roads, and its God. There, she cares tirelessly for her young siblings and follows the town's strict laws. What she doesn't know is that Red Creek is a cult, controlled by a madman who calls himself a prophet. Then Agnes meets Danny, an outsider boy, and begins to question what is and isn't a sin, Prophet grows more dangerous. She realizes she must escape. So I thought it sounded neat just because, like, I don't think I've ever read a book about being in a cult.
Almost
Shiroi. Another Stephen King novel. I talked about, collecting these. This is Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep. I like that movie.
I don't like this book cover. I purchased a different book cover, and they sent me this one. This is Book Outlet for you.
That's what happens.
You don't always get what you buy, but I guess you can't complain for like $5. You get the one you get.
Almost Shiroi.
Yeah, Dr. Sleep was a good one. Way better than The Shining.
The Shining was trash.
The book, the movie at least. I don't know about the book. I hear the book is way different.
I don't get why people like that movie so much. It's like there's so many like super boring parts. Also, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, there's literally like we've talked.
And there's almost no shining in the whole movie.
Yeah. This is my next Stephen King book. I believe I have to read Salem's Lot. I really don't want to know anything about it. I did, however, want to get this illustrated edition because it's supposed to have some extra stuff and obviously pictures. And I had to buy it used because they obviously don't make it anymore. But
is that obvious?
No, I guess not. They don't make it anymore. The only reason I would buy a used book because I'm a weirdo that's creeped out by used books. So I let them sit for like 2 months to de-germify. But anyway, this I believe is the next one I have to read, and I don't want to know anything about it. I know it has something to do with vampires, and that's it.
Doesn't know.
More book of the month. I did not own Andy Weir's second book, Artemis, so I got it. I hear mixed things about this one, though. I hear people don't like the character, which I find very hard to believe because in The Martian, I really liked the character, and I really liked the character in Project Hail Mary. But I hear this is a female character, and a lot of people complain that he doesn't know how to write females, which I don't know because I've never read a book that he's written about a girl. But I guess we shall see. I still wanted to read it and own it.
I mean, are girls and boys... I feel like the main character in Project Hail Mary could have been female as well. You know, like, I don't see anything specifically, besides the catheter, being specifically male.
No, because women get catheters.
No, I know, but I feel like it's different.
It's
a little
not.
bit. I feel like it's different.
Jasmine, never signed up to be a hero. She just wanted to get rich. Not crazy, eccentric, billionaire rich like many of the visitors to her hometown of Artemis, humanity's first and only lunar colony, just rich enough to move out of her coffin-sized apartment and eat something better than flavored algae. Blah, blah, blah. Chance to score huge finally comes her way. Requires her to graduate from small-time smuggler to full-on criminal mastermind. I don't really want to know much else. I'm going to give it a shot, and it's super short. Yeah. So even if it's not the best, like, it can't be that bad.
It's probably not, like, a Jay Kristoff book. It's probably not that bad. So, like,
oh my God.
You know, it's not this big for no reason. Because, like, this book could have been a quarter of that and told the same goddamn story. Because most of it took place in the past. And you know who's alive, so therefore... nobody cares. Main character's still alive, so you never have to worry. Just tell me they all died. Tell me they all died, because they all die.
This book sounded really interesting to me. So the next two books I have together are like virus apocalyptic type books, which is probably not the best book to get this time of year, or this time of our lives based on what's going on.
Why?
Severance, Ling Ma. So this book I found.
Wait, is Ling Ma the name of the person, the author? Okay. I thought the name of the book was Severance.
So from what I understand, this is about a woman that works at a publishing company, and she decides to continue to work throughout this pandemic.
When was this written?
2018.
Okay, cool.
Candace Chen, newly minted New Yorker, first-generation American, recent orphan, millennial worker bee, loves to go to work. She likes the routine, the anonymity of the city. She likes coordinating the production of specialty Bibles, having a project to complete, an object to create, troubles to shoot. Blah, blah, blah. She barely notices when the Shen fever sweeps New York. Families flee, companies cease operation. Basically, she continues to work. What I found interesting about this story is, like, it's through the eyes of someone that continued to work through this epidemic or pandemic, and it's kind of like watching what's happening around the world, but also how she's reacting to it. And then when she finally gives up, I hear, and like has to face what's going on. And you don't really see a lot of books about like viruses and apocalypses basically like as they're happening. It's usually like after it's already happened, here's the aftermath. It's like you're kind of seeing the progression of things in this book, I hear. So it sounds interesting to me. I like the minimalist look of it too.
Yeah, it looks like a name tag or something stuck on there. Can't really tell from there. There you go. That looks better.
Then this book is actually about COVID. 56 days. So it was released when July of last year or this year. Oh my God, I'm already living in 2022. 56 days ago, Ciara and Oliver meet in a supermarket queue in Dublin and start dating the same week COVID reaches Irish shores. 35 days ago, when lockdown threatens to keep them apart, Oliver suggests they move in together. Ciara sees a unique opportunity for a relationship to flourish without the scrutiny of family and friends. Oliver sees a chance to hide who and what he really is. Today, detectives arrive at Oliver's apartment to discover a decomposing body inside. So it's like he uses the pandemic to kill somebody or something, and they have to figure it out. I don't know. It seems creepy.
It does. I don't like it.
Grady Hendrix. I think I now own all of his books and have read all of his books. This is the last one I read, and I surprisingly liked it. It's a little textbooky, but it's really interesting to see like the progression of paperbacks and specifically horror paperbacks throughout the years and how the focus of them has changed and the covers have changed. He even talks about like the art and how that has changed throughout the years. So even though it sounds like it could be really boring, I feel like he does it in a really cool way. I actually listened to the audiobook while reading it so I could see all the pictures and stuff, and it's pretty neat. So that's that. He's coming out with a new book about a haunted house, I think.
Cool.
Next July. So I picked up this book. It's called The Bake Shop at Pumpkin and Spice. It's supposed to be like 3 or 4 short stories set in the small town. I hear it's very like Gilmore Girls vibes, very like...
So it's terrible?
No, fall...
Bad dialogue?
I feel it's very, very atmospheric. So like, it's just great to read around fall, and of course I didn't get it until recently, so I missed that boat. But it says, witches, goblins, and occasional ghosts, they're all sure to be spotted at the annual Halloween parade where adults and children alike dress in costume to celebrate Moonbright's favorite holiday.
Moonbright?
No place is more seasonal spirit than Bella Luna's Bake Shop, a family business steeped in traditional recipes, welcoming warmth, and legend has it, truly spellbinding, heart-melting treats. Between good-natured Halloween tricks, frothy pumpkin lattes, and some very special baked goods, for 3 Moonbright residents looking for love, whether they know it or not, the spookiest thing will be how magical romance can suddenly be. It just seems super
terrible
cute and
that's
atmospheric.
What I meant. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this next book I am not super excited about, but I got it for free. So when Book of the Month did I don't know if you know this, if you have Book of the Month.
I don't know this. What is this?
Are subscribed for 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a free book on your birthday, and then a free book from the 5 Book of the Month picks, like Book of the Year picks. So this was one of the nominees for Book of the Year, The Lost Apothecary. The other ones just, A, I either had them, or B, they just really didn't appeal to me. This is the only one that kind of appealed to me. I probably would not have picked it up otherwise. I just realized there's a bug on the back.
Ew, it's a tick.
Like a
is
fake
it a tick?
Bug. I don't
is
know
it a
what
tick?
It is. No, a beetle.
Yo, that's a tick, dude. That's a tick. It's a green tick. Ticks are normally blue.
I thought this was colorful. Hidden in the depths of 18th century London, a secret apothecary shop caters to an unusual kind of clientele. Women across the city whisper of a mysterious figure named Nella who sells well-disguised potions to use against the oppressive men in their lives.
Is that it?
Oops.
That's it.
I murdered the microphone. I then got the 2 Illumicrate editions of these T.J. Klune books. So Under the Whispering Door and The House in the Cerulean Sea.
Didn't read the house one, but the door one, not good, guys.
I hear everyone likes
Not
this
good.
one better.
Better,
still.
but it's like having to either eat cat shit or dog shit. You know what I'm saying? Which one would I prefer? I haven't read the house one, so it may be really, really good. I really didn't like the other one. I thought it was written fine, but we did a whole...
we did a spoiler.
We did a, what's it called? Book club on it. I'd say 50% of the people liked it. Some people were neutral on it.
Very.
I really didn't like it. Like, I thought the characters were dumb, some of them. I really liked one character, the grandfather. He was great. And the dog, 2 characters. But then, like, the main character was silly, and just not silly in a good way, like, just like dumb. Like he didn't make sense to me. It was a love story that you guys understand. I don't really like lovey-dovey stuff. And also, I feel like nothing really happens, and there were no stakes from beginning to end. As soon as something was going to happen, I was like, this is probably going to happen. I hope they don't go that route. I hope they don't go that obvious route, and I hope they do something different. But it was just like, it was the obvious low-hanging fruit to me. And I don't like books like that. That I can 100% predict, don't like it.
I didn't hate it. I think I gave it like a 3. I found it okay. I will still read this one.
You gave it a 4, dude. I gave it a 2.
Shoot.
I gave it a 2. You gave it a 4.
I changed my rating to a 3. I want to like go back and re-rate all my books for the year, because I bet you 90% of them would be different.
I mean, the books themselves, the physical books are nice.
These are beautiful editions. I mean, I feel by now most people have probably seen them. This is the House in the Cerulean Sea.
What color is cerulean?
Blue, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I'm asking. Because there was the city in Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. I really
Wait, was there a cerulean? There was Verillion.
These covers.
You know that the original Pokemon was all colors, right?
Yeah.
And like Palette Town was the beginning.
Yeah.
And then that was like the palette, a paint palette. And then there were all like weird colors.
Then I finally got a copy of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I've always wanted to read this book. I never have.
I heard you watch the movie with your parents.
I did, and that was very awkward because there's a lot of sex and stuff in that movie.
I had never watched it or read it.
And a lot of like, not like sexy sex, but like sexual assault type stuff. So it's very awkward to watch with parents. Don't recommend.
I think that sounds just awkward in general.
It is. It was
like,
very hard to watch and uncomfortable. I don't really want to talk about this because what I know is based off of what I've seen in the movies, and I hear that this is much better, obviously. I only watched the first movie. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, I feel like everyone knows about this book by now.
Too many words on the front of that cover.
Yeah. It's not like my favorite cover either, but I got it for really cheap. Elevation, another one that, I saw on Book Outlet and picked it up.
It looks like it's like 5 pages long.
Yeah, it's not long. It's 130, no,
nice.
145.
You know what was a good short book? The Test.
Yeah, it is.
That was a great book.
This is a new Book of the Month pick. I think...
What is it called?
December.
What's it called?
A Flicker in the Dark.
Okay.
I hear mixed things about this, which is kind of sad, since I picked it. I love how they put $28 on the inside. It's like, no, every time you get Book of the Month, it is $15.
Can you buy them separately?
This thing is made for Book of the Month.
Can you go to Book of the Month right now and just buy a book by itself without having a subscription?
No, you can't even buy them at all.
So
you have to have a subscription.
How much is this?
15.
15. Okay, so 15 plus $10 is roughly $28.
Give me this.
Yeah, it's $25 plus tax. The
subscription gives you a book, so you could pick this book for
But then what if you want to buy an extra one?
It's $10 for the extra books.
Then there you go. That's $25 plus tax, $28. Boom! Got it!
But you would get 2 books and not just one.
But the extra book costs you that much because you have to minimum buy
this is dumb.
The thing.
When Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her small Louisiana town.
Louisiana. Fast!
By the end of the summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life. Oh, that's a twist. Leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward with dealing with the aftermath. Now, 20 years later, Chloe is a psychologist in Baton Rouge and getting ready for her wedding. While she finally has a fragile grasp on the happiness she's worked so hard to achieve.
It's Baton Rouge, just so you know.
She sometimes feels out of control of her own life. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah, and then, like, another girl goes missing and stuff like that. This one seems really interesting to me. This was also a December Book of the Month pick, A History of Wild Places. I don't like that mustard color. Travis Wren has an unusual talent for locating missing people. Hired by families as a last resort, he requires only a single object to find the person who's vanished. When he takes the case... he goes into this, like, place in the woods and then disappears, and then someone like goes later on and like tries to find him. I hear it's very like Village-esque, where there's like
no, don't spoil.
All right, so yeah, seems pretty cool. I don't want to.
That was close. You almost spoiled the life of everything.
I really, really, really want to read this next book soon. It's a comic, Lore Olympus. I know everyone under the sun has read this by now, and I haven't.
I haven't read it. I'm under the sun.
I have not read it yet.
I try really to avoid the sun, though. It's bad for you.
This is just volume 1. I forget how many. Oh, here we go. Episodes 1 through 25 of the webtoon. So I just love this cover. This is just a plain, really regular cover that you can get in the U.S. Nothing special. It's really pretty.
There's a boy here and a girl here, and they're staring through the sky at each other.
Yeah, it's like Hades and Persephone type
story. It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
I hear it's really good. Like,
how come he lives in the city and she lives on a horse?
Never heard anything bad about it. I don't know.
It looks good, though.
I don't want to know.
Visually, I like the art style. And you could probably read this in like 10 minutes because this page has no words on it right here. This one has like 10. So
I want to read it soon because
that's pretty too. Look at that.
If I like it, I'll want to pre-order the next one.
We should get wallpaper that looks like this.
No, let's not.
Wallpaper's
I don't like wallpaper. Cool. Nope.
Wallpaper's cool.
Then I got the X-Hex from Book of the Month. This was my October pick. It seemed, I've heard it's just kind of like a cute romance, but it's not super romance. Like, they used to be together, then she gets mad at him and hexes him. I think they're both like witches type deal. And then he moves away, but then he has to come back and realizes that the hex worked. Oh my God. So now they have to work together to figure it out and undo the hex. So, like I said, I hear it's just kind of like a cute, fluffy type Halloween-esque story. But of course I missed Halloween when reading it. So.
Don't worry. That'll be your wrapped book for next Halloween. It won't.
I was really excited to get these. Amazon.
Oh my God, that seems like a lot of Star Wars.
Amazon was doing a buy two get one free on books, and I took advantage, I think, twice of that sale. And I got both of these because they're normally really expensive, but A, they were on sale, and B, I wanted them for a long time.
40 stories that are in this, and 40 in that?
Yeah.
What the hell?
There's a 40th anniversary or something. So basically, this is...
Oh yeah, 40 years of Star Wars.
That's the first book, or so episode 4, and this is episode 5, and they're side character stories from those. Sometimes they're robots or whatever, droids. Sometimes they're other side characters.
You just called them robots, bro.
I did. I'm going to be hated by Star Wars fans around. But, yeah, it's just like 40 short, not always fun, but just stories about side characters and droids from 40 different authors. What do they look like? Boring? Kind of boring.
Yeah.
Is that one boring?
Same thing.
We're almost done.
Hurry up. We don't have a lot of time.
I love this cover so much, and I have no idea why, because I don't like smoking. I've never smoked, but I just don't like the smell of it. But I think it's like a really cool looking cover. And it's called Velvet Was the Night. Everyone knows about this book by now. It was super popular, you know, back when it came out. I don't see a date on it, but it's been out for a while now. And that was my Book of the Month pick. Then I think I got this the same month. No, I don't know. This was September. The Love Hypothesis. I hear everyone talk about how good this book is. It's a romance, a cute romance. I think they have to like pretend to be together and then end up falling in love, something like that. So all these books look the same on the inside.
Yeah, they're just different. They're just these colors.
I always like look and see like, is there something different? I think there was a glow in the dark one once.
Oh yeah, that's boring. Who's gonna read a book in the dark? So what's the point? I literally just moved the book from here, and you literally put the book right back where I removed it from.
The Screaming Staircase. This is like really well known and classic.
What's up with you and buying old books, dude?
I got this on Book Outlet.
Oh. Okay.
Lockwood and Co. book. I don't really know much about these except
there's
that people
a booger
love
on
them.
top of there.
Ew.
I don't know. It's probably food.
Yeah.
Crumb or something.
A sinister problem has occurred in London. All nature of ghosts are appearing throughout the city, and they aren't exactly friendly. Only young people have the psychic abilities required to see and eradicate these supernatural foes. In The Screaming Staircase, the plucky and talented Lucy Carlyle teams up with Anthony Lockwood, the charismatic leader of Lockwood & Co., a psychic detection agency that handles the dangerous work.
Detective, right?
What did I say? Detection? No, detection.
Oh, it is a detection?
Yeah.
Okay, so not detective agency.
Well, they're detecting ghosts.
Okay. So I want to confirm that.
Blah, 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 blah. Ghost hunting.
Ghost hunters. At least they're not the ghost adventurers. Those guys suck. Right?
They're Ghost Adventures, yeah.
Those are the guys the douchey ones.
Another Stephen King book.
Another Stephen King book? Who is it written by?
Stephen King.
I couldn't tell because that's all that I can't even see the title of the book.
This is him with like a mustache holding a guitar.
He's about to beat your ace with that guitar.
Yeah, like I said, as I see these books on Book Outlet, I pick them up. Oh, another one. The Langoliers, Stephen King.
The Langoliers.
These are so
I don't know what any of these are about.
cheap on Book Outlet.
Like $18?
No, like $4 or $5.
Ah, it's pretty cheap.
The Inheritance of a Name I'm
is that,
not going to try
is that
to
him
pronounce.
too?
No.
Stevie?
This is Zoraida Cordova.
I like the cover.
Probably saying that wrong. The Montoyas are used
Sounds
to
like
a
a
life
name.
without explanations.
Are you
life.
what? Wait, are
They're
you
used to a life.
Oh.
They're
Used to be a life.
They know better than to ask why the pantry never seems to run low or empty, or why their matriarch won't ever leave their home in Four Rivers. Not for graduations, weddings. I can't talk anymore. But
It's the book dust.
This lady invites them to her funeral and collect their inheritance. They hope to learn the secrets that she's held on so tightly to their entire lives. Instead, she's transformed into a tree, her limbs stretching into roots and... What? 7 years later, her gifts have manifested in different ways. I don't know. This was my book of the month pick
That sounds terrible.
this month.
So good job picking that book. It's like you feel like the need to buy a book. You're like, well, I got a book that I'm paying for anyway. I might as well just pick a crappy one.
Romance, The Heart Principle. I hear pretty good things about
Principal, like a school principal?
No.
Okay.
Not a principal.
Wait, that's how it's spelled?
So principal is like principal of a school principal. This is a principal.
Wait a second. They're not the same word.
No, they're spelled differently.
But they're pronounced the same?
Yeah.
Why do we do these things?
I don't
Why? But they are pronounced the same, right?
I believe so.
I haven't been saying principal the wrong way my whole life, have I?
No.
Because if I was supposed to be saying principal, I would be very upset.
I just said it that way so you would know the difference between the words.
Oh my goodness. You just stressed me the hell out.
The principal is your pal.
Principal.
That's how I remembered it.
I wish I could go back in time and say principal more often because damn.
That's how I remembered how to spell the difference.
Okay, so she's not a principal.
When violinist, is that how you say it?
Yeah, she's very violent.
I know. Anna accidentally achieves career success with a viral YouTube video. She finds herself incapacitated and burned out from her attempts to replicate that moment. But when her longtime boyfriend announces that he wants an open relationship, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, and then she falls in love with, like, a tattooed motorcycle dude.
Oh, that sounds so great. Oh, my God, I can't wait.
I got this on Book Outlet. It's 3 books in one. It better be monster
3 books in one.
Dude, it's freaking, like, 800 and
That's not even that many. That's not even that many pages. It just looks big. And it's about mushrooms.
Green.
It's about mushrooms?
I don't know how to say this word. Ambergris.
Does that mean mushroom? Is that the type of mushroom?
I don't know. Before there was Area X, there was ambergris. More than 20 years ago, Jeff Vandermeer introduced the world to this fictional city of ambergris, a beautiful and sinister, sprawling metropolis populated by artists and thieves, composers and murderers, geniuses and madmen. It bristles with intellectual fervor and religious rivalries, blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, the fate comes to lie in the hands of a detective with a murder to solve. I don't know. I know T got this book too on Book Outlet. Did you start reading it? let me know. Or
that no, I didn't start reading it.
If
you
other
weren't talking
people
to
have
me.
read it, let me know. I think this cover is dope.
So I know we only have like one book left.
Yeah.
But I gotta pee real bad.
Okay. So last book. I really enjoyed Black Star Renegades, and this is a sequel.
Wait, did you enjoy Black Star? What's the one that you didn't enjoy?
It was very like Star Wars.
What was the other one that you didn't enjoy?
I don't know.
With all of the aliens, the different races of aliens.
Oh, Long Way to a Small Angry
I thought
Planet.
for some reason I thought that was the same book.
No. Black Star Renegades was the one that I said sounded like an episode of like, or a mini arc of like Star Wars, Clone Wars.
Now would you say that it's a little bit more like Cowboy Bebop?
No.
It's not that
Definitely
style?
Star Wars.
Okay.
We Are Mayhem. This is book 2. The cover looks entirely different. I don't know if they have the cover of the first one. I can't really tell you much about it, but it is a very Star Wars-esque story. If you like Star Wars and you are open to things kind of, building on that feeling and general concept, then I think you'll like it.
Space opera-esque?
Yeah.
That's what they usually
I
call
liked
those
it.
types
I
of
really
things.
did. That's
it.
I think.
I don't know how many books this is. I'm sure we're forgetting like one in the kitchen or something.
Yeah.
There's probably one laying around somewhere that we didn't like maybe in front of the TV in the bedroom.
No, I looked.
You looked? Okay, good.
I think that's all of them.
You want to count these? We got 57 books?
I think so.
57. So when I said like 60, I was pretty goddamn close.
So like we always have 60 book hauls. I don't understand like
60 book hauls. I like that. It's book hauls. Yeah,
whatever.
So thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure to like the video before you leave and leave a comment. Let us know. Give us some suggestions for books that you haven't seen us get yet. Not us, mostly her. I'm just here for support. So yeah, and I'm also always trying to convince her to not buy more books. So there's that.
I do have some books coming in that I haven't gotten yet, so we'll do another book haul at some point. Only 2 books though, but I'm sure it'll get more.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys want to support the channel, check out our Patreon. You can also join as a channel member. You get a couple perks on each of them. You also get access to the Discord if you do join the Patreon, where that's where all the book stuff happens, most of it. I think that's about it. Say bye, Meek.
Bye, Meek.
Bye.